viewers, this time around, I observed that people are speaking up concerning what is going on. Probably the opportunity to create an extra state for Eboland, that's for Southeast region, the region we call Southeast. Because of that, so many things about history, about Anioma people are coming up. And let me tell you, this one can be a wonderful opportunity for anybody that is having identity crisis in Anioma to sort it out immediately. This is the window. And I guess maybe after this window, I don't think another thing can bring this matter up like the way it is going up now. All over the places, all over the social media is about Anioma and the creation of Anioma State.
Ijaws and the Igbos, who makes up River State, you can't take us for granted. So the River State Igbos are denying they are not Igbos, they are Igbos. Yeah. How can you go say they have been?
Obaseki is an Ngwa man. He was trusted with Obaseki because when he get Idu people, when they call Idu, those days when they hear Idu people, Igodo. Then almost all people who settled down there present before these Bini people invade that land. They are the Idu people. Then this Obaseki, the history is from Ngwa, Abia State. It's from Ngwa. People dragging us back to say, Agbo, Igbanke, that is Umunede Mbiri, they are not Igbo people. We are saying big lie because you don't study. If you study, you know that Eka is an Igbo community. Igbanke Base, Igbanke, Elechan, and Wundi Igbo were Igbo people. Now, the development of Anioma State creation.
Well, this Anioma, Igbo, and their Wahala. Don't worry, it will all end in praise. Yes. So, but from what is happening, I want to look at it the other way. Like I heard somebody said the other time, is it right to say that that 1966 queue was an Anioma queue? So it means that it's an Anioma queue now for some people that claimed that they are not Igbo. So the Igbos of the Southeast has been suffering all through for something that Anioma people brought upon. You see? So if that is the case, so the queue is for Anioma queue now, it's not an Igbo queue. And Igbos are suffering this thing, they are suffering it more than every other person. Probably it's high time that we start to educate people that queue that happened is an Enu and a queue, from a Delta State, that is not an Igbo queue. It sounds right to also reason that way. For some people that said that it is not, that they are not Igbos. So since they are not Igbos and they are speaking Igbo, their tradition is Igbo, everything about them is Igbo. So it means that the queue is for the Anioma. Igbo people are not part of that queue. For some people that did not agree that they are Igbos. So you see the problem. But God's willing, these issues is going to be trashed out this time around. Because, yes, so many talks are coming up because of this state creation about that.
Put it on Gowon that it is only 20 pounds that should be given to anybody from Igbo land. Now, this was not just the Southeastern Igbos alone. This was for all Igbos. As long as you're Igbo, that include the Kwere man, include the Oba man, include the Ekmeye man. Now, this was almost some of the reasons why most of our people began to deny that we are not Igbo. If you must have those money back, you must deny that you are not Igbo. This is what led to so many Igbo deniers you see today. And they all came out and began to write history because they made them wrote these histories. They told them, you must write the history. You must write the history and tell your children that this is your history. So a new history was fabricated for all these Igbo, indigenous Igbos within the South, which is why today you are not.
This dream to come to reality, because what we are working on now is our brothers in Southeast. Let us work in synergy, for we know to talk in emotionally that maybe you need a dada, you need a titi, you need a this. Let us work that Igbo Bofu and make Anioma become the greatest Igbo Bofu unity, because making a unity of Ndi Igbo is Anioma will bring the biggest unity of Ndi Igbo. When Anioma State created, it will bring a big unity of Ndi Igbo. We are pleading for all sons and daughters of Ndi Igbo, because I was speaking with Ohaneze president and even all the Igbo Elders Council for over concerning this issue, to make sure that they work seriously with Senator Ned Nwoko and Anioma State creation to be done and dusted, because preaching Adada, all this, we all are Igbos. We don't want to, because of a state, we have a conflict. We have conflict that tomorrow some people say, "Hey, we told you that Igbo people will not allow you to do this." Igbo, we all are Igbo. Adada.
What was Aburi all about? Well, you haven't come to that, but if I might come in. Now, Aburi was to find a solution after the two coups, after the January 15 coup 66 and the July 29 coup 66, and the disturbances that followed, the pogrom that followed. Aburi was to find a solution. So our leaders went to Aburi, they sat together and took decisions. And from grapevine, we understood that it was even our...
Wait, let's look at this thing critically. You know, I was saying this thing jokingly, but this is a very serious issue. You know, Kaduna Nzogwo, Major Kaduna Chukwuma Nzogwo is the one that led that queue. And that queue, honestly, is not an Igbo queue. It is an Anioma queue. It's an Anioma queue. But Igbo people suffered it. There was a pogrom. Immediately after that queue, they started killing Igbos. That is an Igbo queue. Why they not talk say it's an Anioma queue? Why did the federal government, or why did the federal troops not say that that queue is an Anioma queue or is a Delta Igbo queue? Why were they saying that it's an Igbo queue? You see the thing? They did not say that it's a Delta Igbo queue, but they are killing everybody, majorly the Easterners. You see? So I think, and I want to believe that if this Anioma creation succeeds, if it succeeds, then by that time they will understand that what they have is not another language. What they have is a dialect, an Igbo dialect. That is what they have. Because if they are speaking their Igbo, is very clear. Somebody from Anambra or Ebonyi or Imo will understand what they are saying. So let them, that's why we are saying all these things up and down, you know, trying to create the awareness before this creation comes in, so that people will know where they belong. I have said this thing earlier: if you are in doubt of your origin, go and do DNA test, so that you have peace and have peace of mind. Because if you don't sort these things out now, later you are creating more problems for your children. Your children will come to ask so many questions, of which people are distorting their lineage and their origin. So that's why it's good to sort it out now, that these things are, you know, brewing everywhere, and let there be peace. So, but like I said, if Anioma State comes in, these things is going to die down, and it's going to die natural death. This, I am not from Igbo, I am from Igbo. It will die. Naturally, it will die. Because I never hear somebody from Anambra say, I be Anambra Igbo. Or somebody from Enugu say, I'm Enugu Igbo. What we know, how we know where you are from, is the way you speak. Once you speak, we know the area you are coming from. You don't need to tell me. Even if in Anambra, somebody from Onitsha speaks I know. Somebody from Obosi speaks, I know. If you are from Ihiala, if you speak Amaniam, once you hear some droppings, you know where this person is from. If you know which person speak, you know. So it's like that. And I'm sure in Anioma, it's like that too. Somebody from Okwani speaks, you hear his own Anioma Igbo language. Then somebody from Iseluku speak, you know. It's like that everywhere. So we are trying to help you guys to, you know, kill this identity crisis. Then we want to baptize you people, refresh you guys, so that for some people, not for everybody, for some people that say that they are from Benin, that is, these videos that we are doing is for them, not for people that know the origin, not for people that are grounded, that knows the truth about it. It's for people that don't know. So we are trying to baptize you people now to refresh you before you come to the new Anioma State, so that you flow along with your fellow Igbo brothers, and we believe that Anioma is coming.
The National Assembly was very clear in their declaration that a state should be created from the southeast. Southeast is a geopolitical zone. It's not a tribe. So when people talk about southeast, there are 5 states in the southeast: Anambra, Enugu, Imo, Abia, and Ebonyi. So by the declaration of the National Assembly, any state that should be created must be created from these 5 states. And that is because of the injustice meted out to the southeast people.
Well, all this why Honorable Kenneth Okonkwo, he has been proving this case of Adada for Igbo nation. But honestly, if that Anioma State misses the chance, then the next for me is Adada State. But Kenneth Okonkwo is talking about Adada State. He has never been a fan of Anioma State. So, but Anioma, I believe if we talk about these things properly and we agree, it will be better off to get first. Maybe in the second round, it will be the fight between Rivers and Adada. So, but another question I want to ask him is that if this one is talking about the creation of Southeast State should be from, he's not talking about Southeast has a chance for 6 states, but it has to create from Southeast. So if by chance other state is being given to the Southeast, does it mean that Benue and some part of Igbos in Benue and Kogi will not be part of the Adada State? From his own explanation that it should be within that confinement of Southeast region.
Okay,
So
fine.
you're from Delta?
Yes, I'm from Delta.
Yeah.
Let's say Delta, particularly. I chose to unlearn. I chose to do my own, research.
Get new
Based on,
information.
get information. So like me, we heard so many things so that we are not Igbos. I said, no. But what I did, I said, you can't tell me that I'm not an Igbo person. Though I'm from Delta, but from my culture, from the way I speak, from the way I see things, 98% typical an Igbo person. And the place you are telling me I come from, we have only, our similarity is just 2%. How can I take that? No, it's not possible. My name is exposing me. My culture is exposing me.
Your language.
Yes, what the language I speak. My culture is exposing everything. And you are still telling me the contrary. I said, no, I can't accept that. Yeah, I need to unlearn. So most of Nigerians, they came with what their fathers have told them. That is what is their mind about Igbos. And anytime also they hear one bad thing about Igbo, they amplify it. You see, this is what we are telling you. That is how Igbos are. And the truth is that there is no crime Igbos commit that other tribe in Nigeria have not committed.
Well, you can see it yourself. People are waking up to the reality of their life and believe that the earlier the better for them, instead of this this thing that they have been passed to them from generation to generation, that they are not Igbos. Meanwhile, they speak Igbo language, they don't have another language, they never spoke Bini language, they are not answering Bini language, they are not answering Bini name, everything about them is Igbo, and somebody is telling them that they are not Igbo. And we have tried as much as possible to find out the origin of all these problems, where they are coming from. So many came during the the Biafran War, and a whole lot of them. So people have been exposed now, and people are now trying to find out what actually happened and why is this thing like this, just from what you've heard from that short little interview, on that particular discussion. So dear Anioma people and other Igbos in extension, nobody needs to tell you what is going on now, that people are waking up to the reality of their lives. And they want to take their destiny into their hands. And whatever that happens, they want to identify with their Igbo brothers. If Igbo brothers are enjoying, they want to enjoy with them. If their Igbo brothers are not enjoying, they want to mourn with them. After all, they are the people that brought what we are suffering as Igbos today. Okay? So that is the thing that is happening now. And a lot of people are speaking up to that. And I'm going to show you this particular clip so that you hear from the horse's mouth and get the message in another person's mouth. Everything must not come from me. I show you other people's clip, what they are saying concerning what we are discussing, so that you know that what we are saying is real, that Igbo unification is real, and what Igbos pass through. And we know that we are great people. We are great people. What we are doing now is how to unify. Let us come with one mind so that our greatness will be reestablished once again. That is the target. That's my own personal ideology about what I am seeing happening around me now.
That Igbos fought a civil war for 3 good years. After the civil war, they were given 20 pounds. Whether you have 20 million, whether you have 100 million in your account, however, whatever amount you have in your account, the Nigerian government, instigated by Awolowo himself, who carried out that mission, put it on Gowon that it is only 20 pounds that should be given to anybody from Eboland. Now, this was not just the southeastern Igbos alone. This was for all Igbos. As long as you're Igbo, that includes the Kwere man, include the Oba man, include the Ekmeye man. Now, this was almost some of the reasons why most of our people began to deny that we are not Igbo. If you must have those money back, you must deny that you are not Igbo. This is what led to so many Igbo deniers you see today. And they all came out and began to write history because they made them wrote these histories. They told them, you must write the history. You must write the history and tell your children that this is your history. So a new history was fabricated for all these Igbo, indigenous Igbos within the South, which is why today you are now seeing the Igbo denier thing, because now it has eaten deep into the fabrics of our children. It has been indoctrinated as the years goes on. Our people felt like, okay, this was just an escape route. So let's just escape. Since they were, let's have our money back. And this was why they wrote the history. Unknowing to them, it was going to go deeper than they ever expected. That's why the likes of Elichi Amadi, almost when he wanted to die, he came back proclaiming that we, the Ikwere people, are Igbos. That we are Igbos. That though he said some of those things, but then you cannot take the fact that we are Igbo people. We all living in this area. He said that. And most of our Ikwere elders are aware of what the changes that took place when Elichi Amadi was about dying. He came back to proclaim that Ikwere is Igbos. Let me come back to Primate Ayo Dele. can a curse people who went into a civil war, lost all their properties, and then was given only $20, and after just 50 years, bounce back to becoming the envy of the same people who are accusing them of being cursed? Today, why is the Yoruba man accusing the Igbos of being cursed? Why are they labeling Igbos as being cursed? Is it not because Igbos are everywhere? Is it not because Igbos own the largest property in Lagos? Is it not because Igbo has the largest property in the entire north? Is it not because the Igbos were able to bounce back in spite of the fact that they were given only 20 pounds after the Civil War? Whether you have 20 million, 100 million, 200 million, all that was given to you after the Civil War in Nigerian banks, instigated by Awolowo, was just 20 pounds. Now, 20 pounds multiplied billions. Today, you have Igbos all over. Igbo elites and several other places being developed by these same Igbos that were given only 20 pounds. So 20 pounds, now they give them all. When you go to Bayelsa, Igbos everywhere. The development of Bayelsa, now Igbos, they develop them. Port Harcourt, Yanko, Igbos, now they develop them. Akwa Ibom State, Igbos are everywhere developing. Delta State, Igbos, of course, these states are all Igbo states. So we should not even mention this. So when I hear them say, Igbos are only the people, then we have the South people. Okay, South is not a tribe. South is not a tribe. Okay? So stop labeling South and making it look like it is a tribe. South is not a tribe. That is a cunning method of trying to let us know that we are different from Igbos. It's a lie. We will not accept it. I am from South. I'm an Ikwere man. I'm the one to tell you, a people that are cursed cannot have just $20 after the Civil War and now become the richest people, the most developers, the people who are not developing all your states, all your country, all your places, all your waterlogged places, aquatic areas.
Okay, having listened to that, you can see that people are beginning to speak up to educate so many other people that are ignorant of this thing that we have been saying. And we are not going to rest until a good number of people have that correct mentality that this is where they are from, you know. So having said that, there is another clip I want you to watch. This clip will tell you more about what is happening within this Anioma area, even this Ibakri. You know, they said it's Ibakri and not Ibanke. You know, so many names we have been altered, you know, because of the way people talk. So it is Ibakri and it's not Ibanke. Igbo Akere. Igbo is even in their own name, Igbo Akere. Now they call it Ibanke. Well, it's just like Rumokuro. They will now call it Rumokuro, and so many names that was changed in the rivers. Oyibo Amakwao. A change requires no Obibo. So some of these things are just, you know, gimmicks to have a different identity, but people are now beginning to wake up and they know that this blood is thicker than water. Yes, God knows why he created you there, knows why he made you to come out from there. So for you to say otherwise, or people deceived you because of stomach infrastructure, well, that was then. People can do anything, you know, to get rid of, you know, extinction. So, but now it is time to go back to the roots and understand where you are coming from. So more videos, let's hear from others what they are saying in this discussion that we are having.
Obaseki is an Ngwa man. He was trusted with Obaseki because when he get Idu people, when they call Idu, those days when they hear Idu people, Igodo. Then almost all people who settled down there, present before these Bini people invade that land, they are the Idu people. Then this Obaseki, the history is from Ngwa, Abia State. It's from Ngwa.
People dragging us back to say
Agbo, Igbanke, Urum, that is Unede, Mbiri. They are not Igbo people. We are saying big lie because you don't study. If you study, you know that Eka is an Igbo community. Igbanke, Pase, Ndi Igbanke, Elechan, and Wundi Igbo, we are Igbo people. Now, the development of Anioma State creation will bring a development, all the community in an Igbo-speaking community in Edo State. We have Ekmon there, we have Iru Egbe there, we have Orenigbe, we have Ogada. All these community are going to benefit when Anioma State creation, and we have all the oil and gas there. Enough deposit there. That is what the Benin people are enjoying there. Making you see Benin is among the Niger Delta states is because of the oil in Orion, and where it deposited is in Igbanke. Today, Igbanke people are waiting for this referendum because we need to be, because we submitted our bid to be inclusive, because we don't want to say they create Anioma, let them go and put a referendum before Igbanke will be. When they create Anioma, as far as Ika is there, because Igbanke is an Ika speaking community, that Igbanke is already inclusive. Because all sons and daughters of Igbanke are praying for this. And our forefathers already fought for this thing for so long. A lot of them have fought for this movement. And we are praying that our distinguished Senator Ned Nwoko, for God to make him to actualize this dream to come to reality. Because what we are working on now is our brothers in Southeast. Let us work in synergy, for we not to talk in emotionally that maybe you need a dada, you need a titi, you need a this. Let us work that Igbo Bofu and make Anioma become the greatest Igbo Bofu unity, because making a unity of Ndi Igbo is Anioma will bring the biggest unity of Ndi Igbo. Yes. When Anioma State created, it will bring a big unity of Ndi Igbo. We are pleading for all sons and daughters of Ndi Igbo, because I was speaking with Ohanese president and even all the Igbo Elders Council for over concerning this issue, to make sure that they work seriously with Senator Ned Nwoko and Anioma State creation to be done and dusted. Because preaching Adada, all this, we all are Igbos. We don't want to, because of a state, we have a conflict. We have conflict that tomorrow some people say, "Hey, we told you that Igbo people will not allow you to do this." Igbo, we all are Igbo. Adada or Anioma, we are Igbo for we to be a great nation. Anioma is for what we want. Yeah. And Igbanke people are ready. No Igbanke man saying that he's not consulted, because one of our king is among the King Technical Committee of Anioma State creation.
Really?
Yes. And when they had that meeting last year, Igbanke people are there. Then any person in Anioma saying that he's not consulted, that person does not know what he's saying. Because that day, all our kings, our chiefs, they are represented. 3 of our kings are there. They choose one of them among the technical committee in the state creation. We, Igbanke, need this Anioma, and everybody needs this Anioma. But we are begging federal government to do the needful, and the Igbos for we to unite and be a one family. Shegware.
Yes, Igbanke now currently you are in Edo State. Igbanke is in Edo State currently, and you wish to be in Anioma State. Why are you so convinced? If Eka people in Agbo, one of them wrote me yesterday, his name was Chinyerem, to tell me that he's not an Igbo man. No, it's a Yoruba man. He wrote a letter to Belushi and Senator Ned Nwoko that we are forcing them to be Igbos, whereas his first name is Nwaokoro Wilson Chinyerem. That's his name. That should stop. So if people who are already in the Delta North don't believe, why are you so sure as an Igbanke man that Igbanke is Igbo?
Yes, because if you check whatsoever we the Igbanke, our tradition, culture, our name, even you check our soil from let me say from Abudu or from Igbanke down to Ebonyi. I'm even more Igbo than Ebonyi. The Igbanke is more Igbo than Ebonyi. Because if Ebonyi man like Afikpo or Amasri man speak, you will not understand. But Igbanke man speak Igbo language, you understand whatsoever he's speaking. Then telling me that Igbo, I'm not an Igbo man. Those people calling themselves say they are Benin people. They are those people that vanish their parents from the Benin because a lot of atrocity was happening then in Benin.
So they vanished
them. They run, and some of our fathers marry some of their mothers down to Igbanke. Then they start naming them those Benin names. There's no time Igbanke have any similar culture with Benin. Then before this Ada and Ebe, we use Ofo as a symbol of identity of Ndinze.
Yes, no.
If you want to, you go to all the Ndinze, you see Ofo, not Ada. But after you start marrying, because there is a time they say they should come to Benin, they'll give them Ada, and they marry a wife to them. They give the kings the wife. For you to put a Benin culture that you have ancestral to Benin. There's no time in Igbanke. My father wrote a lot of books down. There is a time to unveil that book when time come. I always said it, time without number to Igbanke people, that there is a lot of books my father wrote down to me. I'm working towards those books. Then I'll perfect it. Thank you and God bless you.
Okay, so any ancestral lineage to across the Niger?
Well, we all are Igbos. You know, due to movement of Igbo, a lot of people settle different places.
Yes.
You see somebody from Ohofia, somebody from Aguneri, somebody, you know, everybody meets. Then we all are Igbos.
Okay.
I think you give an analogy. Yes. Where Igbanke came from. So can you repeat that?
Yes.
Yeah, but we still want
Yes, Igbanke people, some of them are from Ohofia, some of them are from Aguneri. They trace some of them. Like now you see Eka, mostly Mbiri. My own king migrated from Mbiri. The Ezake, he migrated from Mbiri. And you have the Mbiri family in Imo State. And my community where I come from, Igbanke, is an Iza community. Iza, yes. We have Iza in Enugu. We have Iza in Ebonyi. We have Iza in Anambra here. Then nobody will tell me that I'm not an Igbo man. My father's name is an Oka. The man who born Oka is an Etumudon. And the man who born Etumudon is Nwaji. Born Nwaji. Those names is that a Benin name? I'm not an Benin person. We are Igbo. Igbanke is we have Ngbidi community in Igbanke.
Ngbidi we down Anambra.
Yeah, we have Ngbidi in Igbanke. We have, if you want to go for tourists, go and investigate. We have Ngbidi. You understand? We have Idumi Saba, where they call Idumi Saba. That is people from Ahaba. Idumi Saba, the people who live at Ahaba here, to Idumi Saba there. Let us not deceive ourselves. We have Omwigwe. There is a lot of community in Igbanke that nobody will say that Igbanke is Benin. They are deceiving themselves. Oba himself know that Igbanke is not Benin. He even paying his rentage. He's in Benin. The one in his court, that was 2003. The family of who is paying the rent, he refused to start paying rent. That is the father of this present Oba. The one in his court, go and investigate and verify what we are saying. It's not a jamboree. Thank you and God bless you, listener.
Thank you very much. Apostle Azuka from Igbanke. And I remember the last time we spoke to the senator himself. We know currently Igbanke is not in the map of Anioma State, but it is widely and positively believed that Igbanke people are our brothers. And in the event of boundary adjustments,
correction, Igbanke is an Eka speaking community, and our petition to National Assembly and Senate is that they should include Igbanke in Anioma State creation, not whether boundary adjustment. As far as Anioma State creates, as far as Ika community is there, Igbanke needs to be inclusive.
Of course. I
also
think
Igbanke is need to be inclusive.
Dalusi, I think also the senator made it clear that for the boundary commission, the boundary committee in the Senate and in the House of Rep, they are already in action, and they have already taken that into consideration that our Igbanke brothers and sisters are part and parcel of Anioma State.
Even as I'm talking, their history back to Abia State. He's an Ngwa man. Obaseki is an Ngwa man. He was trusted with Obaseki because when he get Idu people, when they call Idu, those days when they hear Idu people, Igodo. There almost all people who settled down there present before these Bini people invade that land. They are the Idu people. There this Obaseki, the history is from Ngwa, Abia State. It's from Ngwa. Well, we pray that Anioma State will be created and all this jamboree from people saying Anioma, this, and all this, for the doubt and the Thomas, for them to put to shame, because we need this Anioma to make Igbo be one great nation. Thank you and God bless you.
Well, what you have seen so far is people's opinion. You know, when you hear people saying the same thing, then you begin to conclude that something was wrong there ab initio. But before we wrap it up, let's hear from the Diabali, the Diabali of River State, talking about Asari. Let's hear what he has to say concerning this identity crisis that we are trying to look into for some time now.
Ijos and the Igbos, who makes up River State, you can't take us for granted.
So the River State Igbos are denying they are not Igbos.
They are Igbos. Yeah.
How can you go say they are Benin? Where say they are Benin? What language are they speaking? Benin language. What name are they answering? Is it Bunwa? Is this Oba Bunwa? I don't know what Bunwa means, but I know that is Igbo. I don't know what Bunwa means. Is it Bunwa? Inyeso Wiki. Is it Oba Bunwa? The people that do not know their identity. Amalaba man, Ediaban. The throne that I'm sitting now that you are seeing, Ediaban, the throne, Ediaban is an Abama from Obo. I cannot deny, I might not like the characters of Igbo people around, but I cannot because of that reject my Igbo identity. I have Igbo blood flowing in my vein. I have Igbo DNA. It's a Bunwa. It's not Obabunwa. Obabunwa. These are the characters that the president, Bola Tinubu, is about. Who are even denying where they come from. For whatever reason, Amechi is this thing. Wigwe is this thing. Which of them is answering a Benin? That about Benin. Hey, they are Benin people, everybody. What can I go be Benin? But that's not what I'm talking about.
Well, I think we are coming to the end of this section, and I believe that we have done justice to it. Well, if you have anything you want to drop in the comment section, please go ahead and drop it. I am still Chinedu, your presenter. So let's call it a day until I come your way next time. I say bye for now.